Hey guys, how's it going? Capan here. So huge news today. Tavern Brawl. Yeah, it's a new play mode. And it's basically the biggest news that Hearthstone's ever got. And it's pretty good. And I obviously think it's pretty good because it is a type of way to play the game that I've been suggesting for a long time through many different ways. And it's also a type of way to play the game that I've even made some tournaments about. Yeah, Challenge Stone. How about that? I'll get to more of that in a second. First, what is it? So that button is finally filled up on the Hearthstone screen. Tavern Brawl. It probably didn't really know what they were going to fill it with when the game was originally made, but it's nice that the game board is nice and smooth still. So Tavern Brawl is a way to play the game that implements rules that are not the regular rules. They haven't specified exactly how they're going to do that, but the few words they have given out on the topic seem to indicate that they might break the current format. So you may be able to have more than two cards in one deck, two of one card in one deck, or just some crazy stuff. And you guys know I am the Hearthstone guy that plays the crazy stuff because I think that's the absolute best part of the game. And I'm really glad they moved into this direction and not some bullshit like tournament format. You know, we don't really need more of the same. We need variance. Variance is really what I feel keeps the masses interested in Hearthstone, and I'm really glad they took this path with their time developing the game. So you're going to have like 1 week to play a specific type of brawl. So it's kind of like Challenge Stone. You have like a challenge to build a deck a certain way, and you have a week to play it. And I don't know if you can have like some kind of rank system within the game, but you can certainly challenge your friends with these decks. And this is a pretty big deal. You can see that we might be getting rickrolled here. It might be possible, but I really hope not. You know, I hope this is actually a thing they're implementing in the game, and it seems like they are because they have officially announced it, and it'd be total dicks if they are rickrolling us. And Blizzard is not a company that tries to be a total dick. Sometimes, you know, it kind of doesn't work out too well for them. But yeah, in this case, I think this is like the greatest thing they've ever done for the game. A few more details on the subject. They will be like a few days off, so they're going to have like a brawl week and then a few days off to just do other stuff. Maybe people will get more inspired to play Arena because of the fact that playing with a lot of different and unique cards in Hearthstone is actually the best part of Hearthstone. At least I think so. So, you know, maybe that will get spiced up a little bit in the break, and this will try to be like an ongoing thing. So, you know, probably every like 9 days there's going to be 1 week of a brawl, and yeah, that's pretty sick. They did mention a few things. They said as part of the launch celebration, you'll earn a free card pack when you enter your first game of the week in the first several brawls. So they are going to have some kind of reward system, which is really good. But more than that, what's really important is even though this is like, you know, for a while we'll give you guys some packs while you do some brawls, it's important to realize that for them to actually be able to do this in the game, they need a system that is already going to be in place that gives people a reward. So in the future, if they choose to reward people for doing well or playing a lot or doing whatever within the Brawl format, they are able to distribute awards. So the reward distribution system is already in place, and that's very good because Hearthstone is a game that does struggle on rewards a little bit, and because it's already there, more than likely it is going to be an ongoing thing. If people respond well to the format, if people respond well to the rewards, which I'm sure they will, you know, things are going to go pretty well. They also mentioned that Tavern Brawls will have free admission when the new mode becomes available, which is great, but then one would wonder, what about afterwards? And they did have an official response that it has yet to be announced. Which means it's going to cost something. It might cost gold, it might cost real monies. In the end, Blizzard will want to make money off of this, so I'd imagine that it's going to cost a reasonable amount, but because it's a weekly format, I really doubt it's going to charge you like by the game. Like if they do something like charging you to play your friends within a certain rule set, that would be really stupid. So there's like no chance they're doing that. It's probably going to be like a weekly thing. If you want to enter the tavern this week, you're gonna have to pay, I don't know, like $10, something like that. I have no idea. I just randomly came up with that because we don't really get to see the depth of the content until we actually like get examples and get to play with it. So that might be why they haven't really announced it yet, because maybe they haven't really established how valuable this is to players to use. But yes, it's obviously going to cost something in the end. And there's a few things that stem from this. That's basically the gist of it. But there are like a few side bonuses. So let's talk about those. So the first big one is a lot of people have been asking for new deck slots. Well, because the Brawl decks take up the deck slots, people will get more upset if there are no new deck slots. So what does this mean? Blizzard, being the company that tries to keep people happy, especially when they riot, will try to avoid the situation. So I can't say for sure that this guarantees new deck slots. I'd say the chance that new deck slots are introduced with the Brawl feature is really high, okay? And the other thing is they're also going to benefit a lot because, while people try to see the constructed format as profitable for Blizzard, it's really not, because most of the cards out there are not used. And the ones that are, people already figured out very specific decks for very quickly, so people don't actually buy many packs to experiment themselves. They just build those specific decks. So with this format, with the Brawl format, with it requiring new rules all the time, that kind of stuff, it will certainly favor people with larger collections. So if the format is fun, if people want to play it, people will play it. People want to do pretty well in it. Well, people are going to buy more packs. So even though Blizzard probably won't need to charge an entry for the Brawl thing because it makes people buy more packs, I think they might do that anyway, just because. But also, people are going to buy a lot more packs. So the Blizzard Hearthstone business should be doing pretty damn well if this goes even moderately successful, let's say. And the other thing that I want to talk to you about, obviously, Rania and I, we introduced Challenge Stone to the world, show you guys what's possible with tournament formats. I think that we've done our job to, I'm sure the Blizzard devs, did this largely on their own, but it's obviously a good idea because, we were doing it and I've been suggesting it, but at the same time, because we ran these type of tournaments, and we will continue to run Challenge Stone tournaments, Challenge Stones 2 is coming up pretty soon, the first one really showed, I think, the world that people like this stuff. So I think, if anything, we've contributed in our little slice of putting more confidence into this idea. So hopefully I've had my little piece in this idea, yeah, I think it'll be pretty good. And it's really interesting because this type of Tavern Brawl format, because you can challenge your friends, does actually expand the design space for Challenge Stone challenges. So if on one week you can, let's say, just the example I used, to put more than 2 copies of one card in a deck, maybe we can design a challenge that is on top of this. So it kind of makes Challenge Stone, makes our tournament more awesome than it already is. So thanks for that. Yeah, man, this is basically the best news ever. So I'm super stoked. They said this shit's gonna come out mid-June, and I don't know what qualifies for mid-June, but it can't be more than a couple weeks. So yeah, shit is gonna be sick. Hearthstone is finally moving in a very good direction, and I am really excited for it. Hope you guys are as well. I think the future is gonna be amazing, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.